Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we are previewing the upcoming friendly between Ireland and Qatar. So we played at the Aviva Stadium in Dublin. That stadium does feature in the Virtuared patch that I use, so we'll have it for you here. What's happening here is Qatar are playing friendlies in Group A of UEFA with every side who's off because it's a group of 5. Our two sides as they exit the tunnel. As the two sides take the pitch, let's take a look around the beautiful Aviva Stadium in Dublin before we pause for the national anthem. Prepare for kickoff. Let's take a look at our starting lineups. For the home Irish side, they'll line up in a 4-4-2. Egan and Doherty are probably the class side. Long and Robinson, the strike pair up top. For Qatar, they line up in a 5-3-2. Akram Afif, the striker, is absolutely an electric player. Pretty good strike pair. I think in goal and in the strike pair, these two sides are pretty equal. Definitely give Ireland a pretty big advantage in midfield and defense. Let's look at our European qualifiers ball, which I'm not sure if that's actually what they're using in these friendlies. They're not televised in the US. Anyway, we're underway. The beautiful Aviva Stadium in Dublin. I had the pleasure of taking in a fixture at this stadium. Oh, right off the bat, Robinson off the ball. I was in Dublin in 2012 and took in a friendly between Ireland and Greece. That was in preparations, I want to say, for the World Cup qualifying for the 2014 World Cup. In this case, this was an agreement between Qatar and UEFA, so as you're probably well aware, UEFA consists of 55 member nations, split into 10 groups for qualifying, so that's 5 groups of 5. 5 groups of 6. For the 5 groups of 5, 4 of those 5 include the 4 members participating in the UEFA Nations League semifinals. That's Italy, Spain, France, and Belgium. And in the 5th group, which is this group A, Portugal, Ireland, Azerbaijan, Luxembourg, and Serbia, they are rotating in on their off match day these friendlies with Qatar, so obviously they're not competing in the qualifying. These are technically friendlies, but they're still playing matches. And from Qatar's perspective, obviously they're hosting the World Cup, so they're not participating in the latter rounds of AFC's qualification process. They actually did participate in rounds 1 and 2. Now they're in round 3, which is the final round before the playoff. So Qatar are not participating in round 3. So this summer, to continue their preparations, they had actually planned to play in the Copa America, CONMEBOL's tournament for South America. Australia was also going to be a guest nation. CONMEBOL only has 10 members, so they generally do invite 2 guest nations. Often it's U.S., Mexico, or other CONCACAF teams. It's been Asian teams before as well. Because of COVID issues in South America, Australia and Qatar both backed out. And CONCACAF extended an invite to Qatar to participate in the Gold Cup, CONCACAF's Confederation tournament. So Qatar did compete in the Gold Cup. I live in the U.S., so I watched every bit of the Gold Cup, and I can tell you Qatar are a fun side to watch. They made the semifinals of the Gold Cup where they were ousted by the U.S., but I would say it was not in convincing fashion. The U.S. were probably pretty fortunate to get away with a win there, even though they did go on to win the tournament. And you know, I learned a lot about the Qatar side just watching them in that tournament. A lot of it, of course, from the commentary of the matches, was that this Qatar side have all pretty much played together since youth ranks. 9 of the starting 11 play on the same club side, Al Saad, in the Qatari Stars League. The other 2 players do also play on the same squad, and I can't recall what the name of that side is at this point. So they play very well together. They play like a club team. I feel like that's about the best compliment you can give to a national side. Yeah, so these friendlies will definitely be worth a watch. Qatar's a good watch. They come during the football, and in the stoppage time in the first half, Ireland opened scoring. Hendrick up from the central midfield spot, and the players are noted at the top. Saad, the keeper, boots that away in disgust. Take a look at the highlight here. Blue ball's intercepted as he tries to clear it. Hendrick knocks it away. Ireland picks it up, passes it back into Hendrick. Gets to finish where he started there. Off the post and in. Beautiful strike. Love the Aviva Stadium. Half, it's 1-0 to Ireland on the stoppage time goal. So moving our halftime stats, fairly even on possession, but Ireland definitely made more of their possession. Let's see if Qatar have any tactical adjustments coming up in the second half here. Their performances in these friendlies have been kind of mixed. Definitely not well against Serbia. In the last international break, it got me 4-0. We did get a goal in a 3-1 loss to Portugal, although there were some pretty notable names, Cristiano Ronaldo included, who didn't play in that match. We'll be playing Portugal again on this break. We're playing Ireland and Portugal on this break. Oh, another one off. The last international break, there were 3 matches. They played Serbia, Portugal, and Luxembourg. It was a 1-1 draw to Luxembourg. So yeah, they played. Oh, he's in behind. Near post, finds a space. It's 2-0 to Ireland, just past the hour mark. Insurance goal. Too far back. It's been too much football since then. Alright, 2-0 to the Irish side. beautiful Aviva Stadium in Dublin. Again, I've had the pleasure of taking in an international match at the Aviva. It's certainly a fond memory and remains. It's Akram Afif. He's definitely the player to watch for Qatar. He's electric. If he hasn't cut his hair since the Gold Cup, it's much bigger now. His hair has grown into a very large, kind of floppy afro style. It just adds to the fun of watching him as his hair bounces around. But he is such a good player. Cross in, header from long, looking for his second. Knocked away by Saad, the keeper. Another player not on the pitch at this point, Muntari's another striker for Qatar, who you might see in place of Almoez Ali. All three of those strikers are quite good. I mentioned how fun they are to watch. They did play a lot of like 3-3 type matches in the Gold Cup, so they've got goals in them, although they also give up some goals. That one's off target. Saad comes out to cut off the angle, and that's enough to disrupt the shot. I don't know for television purposes if they're going to use the UEFA qualifying transitions and scoreboard and stuff that I'm using. I don't know if they're going to use the European qualifiers ball. Again, those matches aren't on TV here. The friendlies aren't on TV here in the U.S. I feel like it makes sense since these are tied to, they're tied to a group essentially here, these qualifiers. Long, gonna take one more shot at finding a brace. Oh, sidesteps. Can't get it through. Probably one touch too many there. Trying to get around Saad. Result secure anyway. That should be it. 2-0 to Ireland. Let's take a look at our highlights for this one. El Haidos, he was wearing the 10 shirt. He was wearing the captain's armband in the Gold Cup. And of course, I don't know if he's always or normally the captain. He isn't kind of designated captain on the squad on this game. But there's the goal from Hendrick. An intercepted pass, an attempted clearance that's knocked back, and then it comes back to him. Comedy of errors there from both sides that kind of leads to the goal. But some of the best creations in the world were happy accidents, as Bob Ross used to call them. European viewers may not be familiar with Bob Ross, but I'm certain most of the American ones are, at least the ones of a certain age. Here's the attempt from Akram Afif. Again, he is the man to watch on Qatar. I don't know if he has any interest in leaving the Qatari Stars League in Al Saad, but I would imagine after the exposure he got in the Gold Cup and what I can only imagine he's doing in these friendlies, that he may get an offer or two from some bigger clubs. McLean wide on that attempt. And that's it from Dublin, Ireland, the Aviva Stadium. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If there's a fixture you'd like to see me play, you can leave it in the comments. If you enjoy this type of content, please do subscribe for more. Again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.